Afternoon. Morning
Good
session. Good afternoon. In the morning session, we are discussing about standard function, isn't it? Modulus function. What about the graph? How to construct a graph if modulus function is given? How to find out the domain and all. Okay, now we are going to learn about another function. Write down the heading, signum function. Signum function. It is used in signals. That's why we call it a signum functions. Signals. Okay, signum function. Signum functions. Signum functions. That's meant by signum function. Okay, we are going to discuss about signum functions. Okay, so the signum functions, it is used in the case of signals. Okay, so for example, suppose a voltage is below one particular level. Below a particular level, if the voltage in signals, if it is below, you will be giving a value -1. If it is above a particular level, you give some value. Okay, so here the function is defined as f of x is equal to, the function is defined as f of x is equal to -1 if it is less than 0. It is defined as -1 if it is less than 0, 0 if x is 0, and 1 if x is greater than 0. The signum function is defined like this. F of x is equal to -1 if x is less than 0, 0 if x is 0, 1 if x is greater than 0. So look at here, whatever may be the negative value, okay, we are not bothered about the value. If it, whether it is positive or negative, that is what we want to check. All the positive numbers will be mapped on to 1. All the negative numbers will be mapped on to -1. And 0 will be mapped on to 0. Is it clear? All the positive values will be mapped onto 1. All the negative values will be mapped onto -1, and it is 0. If you represent it as an arrow diagram, in arrow diagram, we can take all the values, isn't it? 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here again 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All the numbers, negative numbers will be mapped onto -1. 0 will be mapped onto 0. And all the numbers below this will be mapped onto 1. Okay. So can you tell me what will be the domain and what is the range? What is the domain and what will be the range here? What can you say about the domain and range? What about the domain? Yes. What will be the domain here? So model, the signum function is defined as f of x is equal to -1 if x is less than 0, 0 if x is equal to 0, and 1 if x is greater than 0. 1 if x is greater than 0. In this case, what is the domain and what is the range?
R, ma'am. R.
Domain is R. Yes. Okay, John Phil. Correct. What about the range? Yes.
R.
Is it range is R? Look at here. Whether all the elements in real numbers are having pre-image?
-1, 0, and 1.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Why you are selecting -1, 0, and 1? Okay. What you gave is codomain. John Philip, you gave codomain. That is okay. You gave codomain. Codomain is also R. But if you take range, range is -1, 0, and 1. Why, Malavika? Why we are selecting 1, -1, and 0?
Only those three numbers have a pre-image.
Yes, only those three elements have pre-image. If you take the remaining elements, they are not having pre-image. So range will be -1, 0, 1. And codomain is R. codomain is R. So this function we call it as signum function. Okay, what about the graph of this function? What about graph of this function? So I'm drawing two axes here, x and x dash, y and y dash. These two meet at origin. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same way here, it is -1, -2, -3, -4. In 1, 2, 3, -1, -2, -3, and so on. So look at, listen children, 1 second you listen. After that, you can copy that one. Now listen. When it is 0, the image will be 0. Isn't it? When x is 0, y is 0. So I'm drawing one dark circle here. Then when x is 1, when x takes value 0.1, 0.1 is greater than 0, isn't it? What will be its corresponding image? What is f of 0.1? What is f of 0.5? What is f of 1.5? Yes. What is f of 0.5? 1, because it is positive. Yes. Here it is 1. In all the cases, everything will be mapped on to 1. So if you take all the positive real numbers, everything will be mapped on to 1. So here 0 will not be there. After that, we get all the numbers. So here I draw one open circle and we draw a single line. All the lines. 1. What about the next case? If you take the negative numbers, what is f of 0, negative 0.1? What is f of negative 0.8? Everything will be mapped onto -1, isn't it? If it is negative, all the numbers, if it is -3, it will be mapped onto -1. So for negative numbers, it will be, so this is the graph. Okay, the graph contains actually 3 parts. When 0, you are getting a point. When x takes values greater than 1, you are getting a line segment like this. Here also we are getting another line segment when x takes negative values. Okay, it is not a single graph we are getting. It is divided into 3 parts. Okay, next year we'll be learning more about this graph. This year we learn only graph. Next year we'll be learning from this graph. We are going to check it is continuous, differentiable and all. So this learning, understanding about drawing this graph and all are important. Draw this graph. This is the graph of signum function. Is it okay, Shabrinath? Is it okay, Shabrinath? Okay. Now tell me, what is the domain and range of this function? What is the domain and range of this signum function? Pooja?
Domain is real numbers. Range is -1, 0, and 1.
Is it okay? Now next graph we are going to learn is, write the heading, greatest integer function. Next one is greatest integer function. Greatest integer function. Okay, modulus of x, how we used to write, how we denote modulus of x? We write modulus of x within the two lines, isn't it? Here, look at here, greatest integer function, we'll be writing this within the square brackets. Greatest integer function. Within the square bracket we write, but we will not be saying within bracket x. Okay, how we have to read it? Greatest integer function x. Okay, so greatest integer function x, listen children, it is defined as, you can write afterwards, first listen. So greatest integer function, it is defined as, okay, f of x is greatest integer function means we will be writing x if x is an integer. If x is an integer means we can write the same number itself. Okay, if it is an integer, we can write the same number. If it is non-integer, if it is not an integer, then, okay, we will be writing the integer, we will be writing the integer to the left of x. We will be writing the integer, the closest integer to the left of x, the immediate left integer. When if x is not an integer, whenever x is not an integer, what we will do, we will write the immediate left of okay, integer which is to the left of x. Okay, for example, okay, don't write, first listen. Once we do the examples, your concept will be clear. What is the greatest integer contained in 3? Is it 3 an integer? Yes. If it is an integer, we can write the same number. Okay, if it is 3, we can write the 3 itself. Suppose it is, what is the greatest integer contained in 5? It is 5. What is the greatest integer contained in -1? -1 is an integer. If it is an integer, we can write the same. What is the integer contained in 100? It's 100. If it is an integer, we can write the same. What is the integer contained in 0? Here and all, no problem arises. So it is 0. What about the negative integer contained in 5.5? Now we have a number which is not an integer. We have a number which is not an integer. Then what we can do? You can draw a number line. It is just for your understanding. Okay, you draw the number line 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where, okay, 5.5 lies between 5 and 6. 5.5 lies between 5 and 6. Now look at the integer which is to the left of 5.5. Which number is there to the left of 5.5?
5.
5. So greatest integer contained in 5.5 is 5. Is it clear, Niranjan? Is it okay? So when you draw this is 5.5. So what is the integer to the left of it? Which is the nearest integer? It is 5. What is the integer contained in 10.7? What is the just previous integer? You find out which previous integer.
10.
10. 10. Okay. Now, what is the integer? Okay, children, you can write afterwards. First, listen. What is the integer contained in negative 6.5? What is the answer? What is the answer? Here, whenever we get
-7.
negative 7, very good, Atulya. Okay, this is where you should be little bit careful. We'll be writing -6 or we'll write -5. It is not. Okay, 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. Okay, -5, -6, -7. So here only this negative 6.5 lies. So what is the greatest integer contained in negative 6.5? So which is the integer to the left of it? It is -7. It is -7. Don't write -6 and all. Okay, which is the immediate integer to the left of that given number. So Tom Sebastian, what is the integer contained in negative 3.5? What will be the answer? Very good. -4. So look at this, how this greatest integer function is defined. Okay, now again, once I explain this, afterwards you can write, listen here. So how the greatest integer is defined? It is defined as x itself when x is an integer. And if it is not an integer, we write the integer to the left of x. We write the integer to the left of x. Okay, now note down this, note this. Write the examples also. Either you can draw the number line. Okay, you can draw the number line and from there you can find if you are not able to do it directly. Finished? Now I will give some questions. Okay, write the next numbers also, children. You complete this one also. Write this examples also. You can write your own examples. Okay, now let's. Okay. So now write this question, children. Write these questions. Find. Okay. For the exam, one more questions will be asked like this. Find. Okay. Give the image. Like that, the questions will be there. Sometimes the questions will be define. Define greatest integer function. Define signum function. Definitions will be asked. Now answer these questions. First one. Over. Okay. Malavika finished?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What about Dia? Is it over, Jewel?
Last question.
Last question. Okay. What about the others? Jyoti? Jyoti?
Doing, ma'am.
Doing. Okay. So see, 2 more minutes I'll give. Finish it fast. Yes, Alantina completed. Then, who else is there? Meherin finished. Aman, over. Yes, I hope you all completed. Jyoti, Elaine, Dia. Yes, okay, you can check the answers. Okay, put a tick and let us see how many of you did correct. What is the answer for the first one? First one, Tom Sebastian, give your answer. 5. Second one, Meherin,
-5.
-5. Atulya, third one.
0.
John Joes, fourth one
Ma'am, 4.
is 4. Is it correct, Aman?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then -2/3. Align.
Ma'am, 0.
0 is it correct, children? It's wrong. Look at here, it is negative, isn't it? So 2/3 means you will be getting a value between 0 and -1, isn't it? So which is the number to the left of it?
-1.
-1. It is -1. Next. Pooja Joshi. √2.
Ma'am, it's 1.
Yes. Why? Have you got that as 1?
Value of √2 is 1
Yes. Value of √2 is 1.414. Okay, so we can take the value which lies between 1 and 2. So which is the integer? 1 point. Yes. Jewel, -√3.
-2.
-2. Malavika,
Ma'am, 4.5. Sorry, -5.
it's -5. Anashwarya, -25/3.
Ma'am, -9.
-9. Yes. Navaneet, 10th one.
11.
11. Okay. Okay. Hope you all did this. Okay. Now tell me your scores. Okay. 1 second. 1 second, children. I'll bring my diary. Okay, children. So now, what about the graph of this function? What about the graph of this function? Till now, we discussed how to find out the greatest integer and all. How to find out the graph of this function. Okay, listen, children. When I draw this graph is very important. Okay, listen. All the numbers between 0 to 1, where it will be mapped? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. All the numbers between, if you take 0.1, it will be mapped onto 0, isn't it? So all the numbers between 0 and 1 will be mapped onto 0. Is it correct? All the numbers between 0 and 1 will be mapped onto 0. Okay, 0, 1 will not be mapped. But what about the numbers between 1 and 2? 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. So everything will be mapped onto 1. From 1 to 2, everything will be mapped onto 1. All the numbers between 2 and 3 will be mapped onto 2, isn't it? Including 2, excluding 3. Similarly here, this -1, -2. All the numbers between -1 and 0. All the numbers between -1 and 0 will be mapped onto -1. Okay, all the numbers will be mapped onto -1, including -1. Here 1 will not be included. All the numbers between -1 and -2 will be mapped onto -2. All the numbers between -3 and will be mapped onto -3. So look at here. If you look at this, is it looking like the steps? Is it looking like step? So it is otherwise called step function. It is called step function. Okay, it is called step function. Now give me the domain and range. What is the domain and what is the range of this greatest integer function? What about the domain and range of this greatest integer function? Okay, note down all these things. For the exam, suppose I'll be asking the question like this: define step function. It is not in your textbook. If you note it down, note it properly. Okay. Question will be asked based on this. Okay, so step function. Will be asked to draw the graph and all. Now, what is the domain and what is the range of this function?
Real numbers,
Domain is R. Okay. What about the range?
integers,
Very good. The set of all integers, set or I. Okay. In some reference books, they are using Z. In some books, they are using I. So I write both. You should know what is this. It is integer, set of all integers, isn't it? We will not be getting decimals and all. We get only integers. This is called step function. Called the step function. Okay. The next function we are going to learn is exponential function. Write the heading. Exponential function. We have learned exponents in our lower classes, isn't it? Here now we are going to define exponential function. Exponent form means exponent form. Can you give a number in exponent form? Can you give a number in exponent form? 100. Is it possible to write in exponent form?
10 raised to 2.
Yes, it is 10 raised to 2. Okay. 8. How will you write in exponent form?
2 raised to 3,
2 raised to 3. Okay. So when we write in that form, a raised to x, we call it as exponent form. Okay. 2 raised to 3 is 8. So here 2 is said to be the base. 2 is called the base and 3 is called the index, or we call it as power, or sometimes we call it as exponent. This power or exponent. If it is 5 square is 25. 5 is the base. 2 is the exponent or power. This is the exponent or power. Okay. So how we will define 3 raised to minus 2? What is 3 raised to minus 2? Yes, we have learned all those things in lower classes.
1 by 9,
It is 1 by 3 square. Whenever the exponents are negative, we write it as in this. Okay, we take the reciprocal 1 by 3 square. So the power will become positive. Okay, now listen, children, how this exponential function will be defined. So for defining exponential function, we need one base and power. We need a base. Okay, so first we are going to define the base. So the base is, let A be any positive integer. Let A be any positive, sorry, not integer. It is a positive real number. Then the exponential function is given by f of x is equal to a raised to x. Let A be any positive real number. For negative numbers, we are not defining. It may be, it should be a base must be a positive real number. Then f of x is equal to a raised to x is called the general exponential function. Is called the general exponential function. It is called the general exponential function. Now, listen children, this is the special case. Note, instead of A, suppose we take E. E means E is an irrational number. E is a, why we say irrational numbers in the same way, E is an irrational number whose value is 2.71828 approximately we take. Okay, it lies between 2 and 3. The value of E lies between 2 and 3. So if we define the function with E as base, f of x is equal to e raised to x. If we take the base as 2.71828, this function we call it as natural exponential function. This function we call it as natural exponential function. This is called natural exponential function. Exponential function means function of the form a raised to x. If we take e raised to x, if the base becomes e, it is called e raised to x. In that case, we call it as natural exponential function. But we will not be using the word general, natural. We simply say exponential functions. Okay, so right up to this. In the next class, we'll be doing few more problems based in this chapter. With this, by Saturday, we'll be completing this chapter. This chapter will get over. And next week, get ready for the test paper. Okay, next week, ready for the test paper. Okay. Copied that one? Copying, is it over,
Yes,
Tom?
ma'am.
Yes. Okay, children. End the session now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.